Hi, my name is Rhonda from Oombawka Design. Today I'm going to show you how to do the star stitch. This is also called the marguerite stitch. And what I've done is I've chained 27, so a stitch multiple of 2 plus 1 to begin this for this example. And to start, you're going to skip your first chain and you're going to pull up a loop in the next chain from the hook, so the second chain from the hook. Pull up a loop in the next chain, the next, and the next. So you've pulled up a loop in 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll have 6 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 6 loops. Now you're going to do 1 chain, and see that space right here? This is the chain 1 space, this hole right here, and that's where you're going to be working into next. So for the next marguerite or star stitch, you're going to insert your hook into the eye of the stitch, the chain 1 space, pull up 1 loop. You're going to insert your hook behind this top loop of the star stitch. Remember, your hook turns, so use the pointy end to get under there, and pull up a loop. You're going to put 1 loop through here, the base of your star stitch, the last leg of the star stitch. You pull up a loop, and now you're going to use the next 2 chains and pull up a loop in each of those. So you will have your 6 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 6 loops, chain 1 to complete the stitch. So this is what you have so far. All right, and we just continue all the way across. So I'll keep doing this with you. You are going to insert into the chain 1 space or the eye of the stitch, pull up 1 loop. You're going to pull up a loop under this last leg of the star. You're going to pull up 1 loop in this stitch down here where you worked the last leg of your star. You're going to pull up a loop in the next 2 chains, and I'm working under the back loops of your chain. Now you'll have 6 loops on your hook again. Yarn over, pull through all 6, chain 1, and there's that eye of the stitch again. Okay, so pull up 1 in the eye, 1 in this loop, 1 where that loop joined to the chain, and in the next 2 chains. And you continue this all the way across, and I'll be back in 1 moment to show you what you do at the end. Okay, so we've reached the end now, and you have 1 loop remaining right here at the end of your starting chain. For that last one, you're simply going to work a half double crochet into that stitch. Now, for the next row of the project, you're going to chain 2, turn. Remember, you always turn the same way, and into each eye of the stitch, so each of those little chain 1 space holes that you made on the other side, you're going to work 2 half double crochets. We're going to skip everything else in that row. You're just working into the eye of the stitch. So 2 half double crochets. Worked your way all the way across now, putting 2 half double crochets into each eye of the stitch, of the star stitch. And now at the end, we're going to do 1 half double crochet into that chain 1 at the very beginning, or the chain 2 that we worked into when we pulled up that first loop, like so. And now we're going to begin the next row. You chain 2, turn the same way as you always turn, and see how the stitches are forming nicely? And the bulky weight, it makes it look quite nice. Now, to begin this row, what you're going to do is you're going to be pulling up a loop in the front loop and the back loop of this second chain from your hook. So we're going to skip this chain altogether. This can be a little tricky at first, but you'll get used to it, I promise. So you're going to pull up a loop in the front loop, so this right here, the front loop, pull up 1 loop, so you have 1 on your hook, and now back here there's your back loop. You're going to pull up a loop in that as well. So we're going to stick your hook under there and pull up a loop. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. We're going to move into the first stitch here to pull up a loop. Now remember, we just did half double crochets, so you need to look at your stitch at the top for a second. This is the V of your stitch up here. This is your front loop and your back loop. This loop that's hanging out front, that one there's your 3rd loop. That's that extra loop you get with the half double crochet. We're not working into this frontmost loop here. We're working into this part here under the front and back loop. So you pull up a loop and pull up a loop and pull up a loop. So now you have 6, yarn over, pull through, chain 1, and now you're going to begin the next star stitch. So we insert the hook into the eye of the stitch or the chain 1 space, pull up a loop, insert behind this last leg, pull up a loop, insert where the last leg was in the last half double crochet, pull up a loop, and then pull up a loop in the next 2 stitches. So you have 6 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 6, chain 1 to finish that stitch. And now you would continue like that all the way across the row to the other side. And the last thing you need to do is put the half double crochet in the end at the other end. Okay, I'll meet you back over there in one moment. Here I am at the other end with you again. And right now you see this right here. You're going to need to work your final half double crochet in there to finish off the row. Once again, just like we did the last time we went across with the half double crochets, into the eyes of each stitch across to the other end and put your half double crochet in the other end. And that would be how you just keep continuing on your rows, because they'll be repeating over and over again until you get to the length of the project you want to reach. After you finish that next row of 2 half double crochets into each eye of the stitch, you get to the end, and I just wanted to show you this really quick. That's your last star stitch, and right here is that chain 1 that you skipped. You're going to work into that for the half double crochet at the end of the row. Mine got a little bit tight there. Here we go. So that will be the last half double crochet of the row, and then you'll be chaining 2 again and beginning your star stitches again by working under the front and back loop of the second chain from the hook all the way across again. I hope that this tutorial for the star stitch has been helpful, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks for visiting.